Hello everyone and welcome to another Cut It Out Monday video and our 5th Valentine's Day project. Today's going to be a little bit different. Instead of showing you all the computer stuff, I'm just going to go ahead and put together the image that I cut out with my Cricut. And today we're going to actually be putting together the King of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland's, or from the Alice in Wonderland movie, but from the classics, Disney Classics Cricut cartridge, I do believe is where it's from. I apologize, it's been one of those days. So we're going to go ahead and put him together as part of our card. So let me zoom in so you can see. I do have all of my pieces, like I said, already cut out and ready to go. I thought this would just be kind of fun to put together just the image itself as opposed to all the computer stuff. That, and I also had a hard time getting him to cut out right, so kind of glad I wasn't trying to do all that on camera. It wasn't working for me. So we're going to go ahead, and I like to start with the bigger pieces. That way the smaller ones can just kind of fall in place. So we're going to go ahead and start with the robe of the king here. And I have, like I said, all of my pieces ready to go. Oops. Let me move some of the smaller ones here out of the way. Alright. Find my tweezers and get my Tombow. So I'm just going to use Tombow to glue everything in place. And actually we're going to do a quick little dry fit just to make sure that everything lines up where it's supposed to, or I at least have them going the right direction. This is just some regular cardstock from my stash. Although here on camera it looks kind of pink, it is red. I'm not sure why, maybe it's just the way I'm looking at it. And then here's his sleeve. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put the red down. Hopefully. There we go. I did order some of those precision tip bottles, so those should be hopefully coming in the mail very soon. Now sometimes when I do these, I do kind of mix up how I put them together. It really just depends on the image. In this case, I have so many big pieces that seemed much easier than trying to put the small ones in and then fit around, because sometimes the small ones are easier to fit in place after you've gotten, because then you just kind of mush them in. So we're just gonna finish putting him in, and then we'll do the whites. Now I think I am missing a piece. From the looks of it, I'm missing part of his mouth, which is a bit of a bummer because I really don't want to cut it out again. I've actually cut out his face 3 times because it just kept tearing, so I'm not sure what happened to that. Maybe I can find some. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do the sleeves. And these should line up, like I said, pretty easy once you've got some of the bigger pieces in place. It's just a matter of getting them the right direction, and then of course uncurling the paper. And as soon as I finish putting him together, I'll be able to tell you exactly how big I did it. I did start out with a card base on my computer so that I could size everything up. And we'll see the rest of that here in just a minute. Okay. I actually did most of this Sunday and then had to walk away because it was just making me so angry because I couldn't get everything cut out. I actually spent the entire Super Bowl just trying to get him to cut out. It was quite ridiculous. Just beyond. I was getting so mad, and I don't know if I need a new blade. Probably do. The blade is at least a year old or more. But it didn't seem to matter what dial I put it on, so I don't know if it was the paper or what it was. It was it. It was it. I do have over here the image of the king, so I have a pretty good idea of where pieces go. Okay, so now I've got his eyes and then these two white pieces, but I'm not quite sure where they fit in, so we're gonna hold off on those for a minute, and we're gonna go ahead and do his crown and hair, because like I said, I think I'm missing some pieces, but I could be wrong. I'll grab his hair. There we go. Get off there. Okay. Now for his hair, that was a big pain. Color-wise, it cut out beautifully, but in some pictures, like when pull it up in design space, he's kind of got a yellowy brown hair color, but when I referenced him in the movie, he's got more of an orangey brown, and of course I had neither, so I just went a little bit darker of a yellow for his hair. So this is about as close as I could get to what his hair actually looked like. Rotate him. And line that up. Just a little wet so we can shift that. There we go. Okay. And then his crown, we will fix where it bent a little, and that's okay. I was flipping around Pinterest when I saw the Queen of Hearts on a different kind of project. It wasn't a card. I thought, oh, that'd be kind of fun. And then as I was pulling it up, I saw the king, and I went, no one ever really gives the king any recognition. I mean, be small. But, and I thought, why not? Let's do a Valentine's Day card where the king is the very prominent fixture on the card. I think I have that going the right way. Okay. And then this is just some yellow. I wanted the crown to be a much brighter color, more crown-like. I'm gonna line this up as best I can there. It's quite possible I just put this one on backwards, but it works. So we'll go with it. There we go. Line. Okay. Now for the hard pieces. The face. And then we'll get back to the rest of him. So I want to say it didn't cut out all the pieces it should have. Check my little... because I feel like we're missing part of his beard. So we're going to go ahead and put his face in. I just ended up using, like I said, some white paper because I could not get the flesh colored paper I was using to cut out right. And then I just used my Copic to color it in. I used Copic E11, which surprisingly actually matched the paper I was going to be using, so that was nice. It was as close as I could get it to that, so it matched up quite nicely. Okay. Stick all those down. I do like to run, especially in the smaller areas, I like to run my tweezers kind of in between to kind of help emphasize the cut mark if I can. Sorry guys, I need to go off camera. I think I forgot to put a little glue under his nose. Nope, that seems to be working. Okay, so we have the hands. Apologize if you hear the noise in the background. My kids are eating dinner. Suddenly get to watch something on the Kindle because they've been very good today, so let them watch something on the Kindle. So you probably hear that in the background, which I prefer that over the yard maintenance guys, because at least I can tell my kids when to turn it down. Okay. His other hand. Okay. So I've got, oh, here we go. Here's part of his beard. That's the pieces I was looking for. So we've got his little beard here. As well as the rest of it. Let's line that up. Yeah, okay. Line that up. So how many of you guys ended up watching the Super Bowl? I watched the halftime show. I'm not a big football fan. I actually don't care for it very much. I will watch it. We kind of have a mixed household here with teams. We are a Rams, Seahawk, Dolphins household. I think there might be one more in there that my husband roots for, but I'm not sure. But we all kind of root for all the same teams. My husband is Dolphins, so of course I ended up, rooting for them because support my husband. Although sometimes, depending on who they're playing, I do root for the other team just because I can. Just to, when they start to do good, if he's getting really into it, which doesn't happen very often because he really doesn't watch that much football. And then my father is a Rams fan. He has been since they were in LA. And is excited. Last I heard, they were heading back to LA, so he's quite excited about that. And then, of course, we live in Oregon, and we lived in Washington, and my kids have become Seahawks fans, although I have yet to see them ever watch a football game. Ever. So, I don't know there. Okay, so for his eyes, I'm just going to go ahead and carefully dab in just a little bit right where I know his eyes would go. Because that doesn't look creepy, right? Oh, looks like something out of a scary movie. Clarice. No. And then I'm just going to place the eyes where they go. This one looks a little funny because it didn't quite cut out right. And I have it a little close. There we go. Oh, there we go. Not as creepy now. I'm going to take some and dab that on in there. There, not so scary. Okay, and now, like I said, I seem to have lost the piece for his mouth. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to see if I can find that. Okay, so I found the piece. Well, close to it. I found from one of the other faces I cut out the actual negative part that fits in there, but it fits in perfectly. So we will use it. And we'll put the rest of our card together. It's definitely going to be a much snugger fit because it would have been the negative part, but there we go. There's a little king. Let me zoom out a bit. I think he's cute, and he is measured at almost 4 inches by 2. I don't have exact measure, or I mean, I don't have my ruler back here to give you a much better, but he's almost 4 by 2. Okay, so for the inside, so we're gonna go ahead, we're not gonna work on the inside yet. We're gonna do the front, and I have my standard card base here, which is 5.5 by 4 1/4. I'm gonna give this a much better crease. Ooh, glitter all over my bone folder. How'd that happen? And we're going to go ahead and glue this down. Now I'm considering rounding the corners, but I think I'll leave it as it is. We'll see. Let me clean up the edges here a bit. For these, I just, this is what I use to size my image. So I have my front panel here. Which is 4 1/8 by over 5 1/4. Just about over 5 1/4, just to give us a little bit of a white border all the way around. I really don't like that didn't line up. I OCD's kicking in. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Okay. And I just had it go ahead and write on there. Ooh, sorry. Hard to see. Let's see. Will it focus? No, probably not. So I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully. Will you be the king to my... I'm going to go ahead and use the ATG and tape that down. It's going to be a very flat card and not a whole lot going on it. So line that up. Okay. And we're going to use a little bit of glue on him. After all that hard work, I'd hate to snag him with my tape. Although now that I think about it, I probably could have used glue dots, or foam dots. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use some tweezers so I can see where he'll go. Yep, right there. Just going to stick him down, and then for our inside piece, I'm going to weigh him down with my ATG gun there. For the inside piece, I have the same size red cardstock, and on here it says of hearts, and I just printed out the Queen of Hearts here on some cardstock, and we're just gonna stick her right above, just touching the top of that H. Hope you can see that now, with a little bit of glue, and then we'll glue her on the inside, and our card is done. That over. that up. A little off, but that's okay. And I did do a different font for this one. I forget what the font is. Let me pull it up here real quick for you so I can tell you. The font I used for this one was oh, of course now it's not. Now I can't find it. Oh Lord. Was Thoughts, and I just lost it. I apologize. I believe it's one of their newer fonts. I don't remember seeing it. Thoughts and Phrases Brush Script in the writing style. And then I just moved the letters over so they were connected, so it looked like it was all in cursive, or like they were all connected. Let me zoom in so you can see. Hopefully that'll focus. There you go, so you can see now. So it was just one fluid motion. And then for the front, I used Simple Celebrations for the front there. Let me see if I can zoom in and see if that'll help. There we go. Now you guys can see that. So there you have it. There's our card. Just a fun, different type of Valentine's Day card. I hope you guys all have a wonderful Monday, and we'll see you next time. Bye!